We'll
All
give it
right,
another
it
minute. I don't
was
know where Allison is. She's supposed to be on the call. Oh,
Kathy tried to take class. Alan just peeked in to see who showed up.
Greg, that's way too close. Way too close.
He can hear you now.
Yeah, I guess so. He was just ignoring me earlier.
Yeah. When you guys close that
It's
door, with her.
like the wife I never wanted. So I just took an Allegra. My nose been running for 2 days. I thought it was a cold. I still think it's a cold. But my allergy medicine wasn't working, and somebody at the hospital suggested Allegra. I don't know if you ever had Allegra. It tastes like fucking sushi. It's like fish. It's disgusting. Yep. So if you see me do this, it's just my nose is running. So I apologize. I'll give you another second. Really, what I'm waiting on is Allison. I don't know where she's at. I'm going to give it another second. And I'm going to get rolling. I know Dan said he won't be able to make it. Jack didn't know if he could make it, but obviously he's on the call. I appreciate it, Jack. So I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. On my elbow. It's better. Swelling is going down. So it wasn't bursitis or anything. It was, I think, just the impact with the glass. So it's the nature of what we do. Occupational hazard. It's all good. I've had worse. You should see Dennis's face though. I have pictures. His lip is all swollen, his face is all like bruised. That's what you get, motherfucker. Sorry, I know we're in a professional coaching call. I apologize. All right. I don't know where everybody is, but we're gonna get rolling. So again, Alan, change your name to your handle on IG so we can follow you. Honestly, I didn't know if you have an Instagram. I had to ask Tyler the other day after the belt so I can tag you. So just change it so we can find each other.
He's gonna find all my messages trying to contact him before the belt test because I didn't have his number. So I messaged him on every platform and I was like, "Can I get your number?" And then I said, "Kidding, but not really. I need it for the belt test." So you're gonna see some weird messages, Alan. Sorry.
Oh, and that's simple enough. It's just his name with a period. Could have guessed that one. All right, awesome.
Yeah,
All right,
real complicated.
Yeah, right. Raise your hand if you have a question, if you want to chime in, not like Tyler just did and chimed in without permission. Don't do that. Give me one more check-in, everybody, on the messaging. Unless you're Greg, don't type and drive. Give me one more. Jack is excited. I'd like to hear what about Jack in a second. Unless you took Trump was on his offer and you're getting out of work earlier than expected, even.
Well, actually, that's kind of what I'm excited about. Is the email came out today. I have not officially submitted my retirement package, so something came out today where if you're eligible to retire and haven't yet, as long as you do it before October 1st, you may be eligible for a $25,000 bonus.
I know where you
So
can spend it.
I'm like, 25,000. I know a couple of real nice vacations I could take with that money,
Yeah.
or a down payment on a vacation house.
There you go. Awesome. Well, good luck with that, whatever it is. So that's great. Tyler's recovering. Alan is having a good day. Why are you having a good day, Alan? I mean, I'm happy for you. What makes this one better than most? And Alan is frozen. So, all right. Dennis, are you with us? Oh, Alan is not frozen again. Dennis, how are you feeling? How's your face doing?
Not bad.
I mean, you can't get any uglier, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's character.
Only improvement from here.
Awesome. All right, guys, as always, take notes, share stuff to Instagram. Again, reminding everybody to keep using the platform for all announcements, all news. We the way I understand it, it has been corrected that events now you can RSVP directly on the event and it will actually maintain it. In the past, it only retained the first 3 people that are RSVP'd. So now everybody, so you do not have to send additional messages or emails to Tyler or Allison or anybody if you're attending an event, can just RSVP directly on the platform. And that is what we're going to be following. So make sure you do so if you intend on coming to any event. This math challenge, reminding you, it's we're doing that strength club thing where we're going to measure your maximum 1 repetition for deadlift, squats, and chest press. You have a whole month to train. If you need help with designing routines or ideas, let me know. But on the 27th, we have a big day at Masada. We have a few things going on that day. And part of that is also going to be the official weighing, I guess. So we're going to have bars, we're going to have weights. It's going to be fun. And everybody's going to try different things. And we're going to find it. We're looking for cumulative weight on those 3 lifts. So your 1 repetition max for those 3 lifts. We add them and you're gonna join. Oh, you're the best. Man, I got a salad and cold and flu. Yeah, check this out. You're the best, Brian. Thank you. Anywho, we're gonna measure your maximum, and based on what category you made, there's a 300, 500, 700 pound club. You're gonna get a free t-shirt from us, just bragging rights. So come and join us. That's on the 27th. Also going on that day, we have our Beyond Bodyguard seminar. So we're taking skills that we teach in dignitary protection class. We adjust them to everyday life for you being out and about with your loved ones. So it should be a good seminar. It's the first time we're running it. So I'm super excited about that. We added a lot of new seminars and old or new twist on old seminars. So that's coming up. And we have a social that day. So everything is on that day. Come for the seminar, stay for the weighing, and then have a drink with us afterwards. This month's reading, The Heart is the Biggest Muscle by Tia Toomey. Anybody started reading it or listening to it? Listening is fun because she's from New Zealand and she narrates it, so it's her accent. So it's cool. Anyways, I'm a huge fan of Tia Toomey in general. She's just a phenomenal athlete, but just hearing her story and following through, so it's pretty cool. And the funny thing is, if you know anything about Tia Toomey, she's a 6-time CrossFit champion. But she got pregnant, she had a child, and a lot of people say that'll be the end of her career. And the book arguably ends when before she has her child. But now, if you follow her career, she's back competing and she's fucking kicking ass again. And it's amazing to watch. She's certainly an inspiration, and it's going to tie in nicely to what we're going to be talking about today. This month's speaker, Ed Norris, a week from today, 7 p.m. He's going to be in person at Masada if you guys can come and join us. But if not, as always, it's going to be available virtually as well. Any questions about any of that? Everybody good? Awesome. So today's topic is clarity, and I want to read a quote that's essentially, yes, Tyler.
Allison wanted me to let you know that she cannot make it because someone from Pasadena called. We got a package, so she went to go pick it up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So today's topic, I'm going to actually read you a quote. That's the title. If success is the main concern for you, then I would suggest you spend most of your time doing things that will create success, which sounds pretty self-explanatory, right? But it's amazing how many of us do not do so. So let me ask you this. Go ahead, if you're not driving, and list your 5 top goals. Okay, go ahead, do it. 5 top goals. 5 things that you want to accomplish. I know you're on the spot. It can be anything, personal, health-wise, professional, relationships, whatever it is. I'm going to give you another 15 seconds. Doesn't have to be super complicated. This is not life, altering event right now. You can always adjust those later. Just the first 5 that pop into your head. Develop more goals. Alan, we should work on getting you goals. Your goal right now is to test 2 Brown. All right, everybody got some goals written down? Awesome. All right, so this is the thing. I always tell people, and I told a bunch of you that in the past, but awesome, Jack. All right, now, this is the thing. You don't have to necessarily share this with me right now or put it on the chat. I just wanted you guys for yourself to have them in front of you. So I always tell people, I can pretty much tell you if you're going to reach your goal or not going to reach your goals by looking at two things: looking at your calendar and looking at your bank/credit card statements, right? If I look at your calendar right now, does it reflect you prioritizing those activities that will get you closer to your goal, right? So if you say my goal, let's say, is to a certain fitness goal, right? Do you block time for those workouts, and is your workout routine reflecting those goals, right? If you say my goal, let's say Jack says retire and enjoy life. If I look at Jack's, credit card statements, does it show spending or savings, right, in correspondence with things that would help him reach those goals, or is he playing against himself, right? Do you spend more money on stuff that will make you better or stuff that gets in your way? Because this is the thing, your activities and habits drive your success. We all know that. We talk about it a million times. And in my belief, and I said that to you many, many times before, I don't agree with such thing as stagnations. You either have actions that move you closer to your goal or actions that move you further away from your goal. Not doing anything, in theory, is moving away from your goal, right? That's not you doing anything to better yourself or get you closer to it. So we only have two trajectories: closer or further away, right? And if you're not changing habits to make them align with whatever your goals are, then you're never going to reach them, right? We can't hide for it. You can say all day long that you want this and you're going to do that, but the reality is that if your actions don't reflect that, if you don't make it a priority, how many of you heard of people that say I want to get in shape, but then they go to fucking McDonald's and and they'll order the grilled chicken sandwich with a freaking large Coca-Cola, in their mind, they're doing things that are better for them, but in reality, they don't, right? Or you say, I want to prioritize my relationship with my wife, but you don't make time for date night. My date night with Tyler is on our calendar every Thursday, evening. It is on the calendar. It's non-negotiable. I mean, we have to alter sometimes because of kids, but it is there, right? It is a priority for us. And we made sure it is reflected in our calendar, right? If you say, I'm sharing a lot of personal goals. My goal was to own a property, right? I wanted a large property, and we finally went ahead and got one. But my banking for the past few years has been redirecting money towards savings accounts. So I have the money and the funds available when I need it, right? So my actions are always a reflection of my goals. And I'll be honest, I learned all of this the hard way. I always say I want to be in shape, and I wasn't, because I didn't prioritize those actions that would make me better at it. I said I wanted to be financially independent, and I wasn't, because I was spending way more than I was making, because God love credit cards. It's not real money anyways, right? So, but the reality is that if your actions do not reflect your goals, then you're not going to get it, right? You cannot get complacent about it. So some things that you should prioritize, right? And listen, there's no magic here. There's a reason we have those 8 daily tasks, right? You want to invest in self-growth. You want to invest in networking and relationships. Okay, so how many of you got business or got better somewhere or another because of people because of networks, right? Okay, so you certainly want to prioritize investing in networks and relationships. You want to prioritize your health, and you want to concentrate on whatever your business needle movers are, right? And they're different for each one of us. Some of us own businesses, some of us are employees of other. But even if I'm an employee, there's things that are going to make me more valuable within my organization, right? And things that wouldn't. So what are those needle movers? What are those things that are going to make me better, and concentrate on those? Those 8 daily tasks that you have are just an opportunity for us to make sure we taking the steps. Is our calendar and our spending reflects our goals? Like, are we moving closer or away from it? And I will say there's one additional metric that I started following that I feel certainly reflects a lot. And I'm going to read a quote that started this whole thing. If success is the main concern for you, then I would suggest you spend most of your time doing things that will create success, right? So another metric aside from your calendar, are you spending times on things that make you better or not? And your spending, okay, is your scrolling habits. So your devices will show you what you're spending your time on, right? When you get on your device, and I'm on my device a lot, but if you look in correlation, I don't spend as much time on social media, right? I used to spend a lot more. So my time now is on emails, it's on spreadsheets, it's on consumption of books, right? So my spending, my screen time, is also a reflection of my goals as well. If you guys did a quick check for me right now, go ahead. You can check on yourself on if you guys don't know how to do it. If you close it and you scroll all the way to if you scroll all the way to swipe right, okay, you're gonna get something that looks like this, and that will tell you why you're spending your money on. My top ones are Pages, Notes, Safari. I spend an hour and 8 minutes on productivity. This is this week, 32 minutes on social. Sorry, this is today. And 60 minutes on health and fitness apps. Okay, so I spend over an hour on productivity apps. Okay, very little on social media. And when I go on social media, it's less to consume, but more to produce, to post things. I don't necessarily read what other people put up. Not that I don't care. Specifically, if it's you guys, I will take the time to read it. But for the most part, I post things. I don't necessarily follow others. So if you check, everybody go ahead, do a quick check for me. What do you spend most of your time in? Come on, raise your hand. Put something in the chat. Tyler wants to stay married. Is there a chance that you won't? I'm just saying your goals. I assume that's to me. I don't know. All right, Danny, it's a lot of time on LinkedIn. So that is a social media platform, but it's business, it's B2B mainly, right? So what do you do on LinkedIn? Do you spend in networking or do you spend time just browsing and reading other people's bullshit? Because even LinkedIn took on a turn a few years back and it started being a lot of BS, right? So
Definitely both, and it's more of Facebookish now than it used to be.
yeah,
So I probably go there for business and end up being a lot of well,
and start getting
so it's
distracted,
my
right?
only network platform, social media platform. So probably some
Yeah.
of that.
It's so easy to get distracted, even on LinkedIn. You go to post something, or you go because you have an intent, replying to messages or whatnot, and then you start seeing posts and you start just scrolling, right? So we got to be careful with that. Yeah, go ahead, Tyler.
I haven't done my workout today. Usually my fitness app's the highest and my Spotify because it's either music while working out or an audiobook if I can find one of our months on Spotify. But Instagram is my highest right now, but I did spend a lot of time creating a few things this morning. But most of my time I actually spent because I have Masada, a personal, and then like my different version, Brandy one. But I actually went on that branded one and started removing follows like who I follow that weren't fitting what I want to see. So that
Okay.
I want in my algorithm. So I
Yeah.
took this and started removing things that weren't
Right,
benefiting.
and the thing about it, listen, social media it's the way the world is going. We can't avoid it. We can't ignore it. We had a whole talk about it. We had a call about it a few weeks ago, right? It's part and honestly, the way I would say, if you're not gonna control your own brand, somebody's gonna control it for you. So you want to be on it, right? And you want your presence to be known. That's what I say. I get on it to produce though, to post. I'm not necessarily going to consume other people's stuff. So we can, even within social media, we can control what we spend our time on it. On, right? Alan, Safari, what do you research on Safari? I assume when you talk Safari, you just mean search engine. What are you searching for?
I can't remember this morning. Probably just the news. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't remember.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I stayed away from news the past few weeks, even a couple months since the election. Honestly, I just got tired of arguing with people. So I'll just start staying away from news. Depending on what you do, I mean, you work for Northrop Grumman. The news pretty much affect directly your job, so you probably want to know what's going on in the world. But it depends on what you do. Nicole's on the call now. I don't know how much of your stuff you source from overseas. So obviously being aware of the news and tariffs and whatever does make a difference. So again, it's not that it's bad to be online. It's just controlling what we are consuming online, right? So here's an actionable task to you. Okay, your ability to take action. I'm quoting. By the way, these quotes are from a guy named Grant Cardone. I posted a few pages from his book recently on my Instagram, right? So I share stuff. Like I ask you guys to take notes and share to Instagram stuff that you learn. I do the same thing. I learn from other people and I share it with you guys. So these are quotes from his book, and I think they're super good, right? So the ability to take action will be a major factor in determining your potential success. And it is a discipline that you should spend time on daily. Nobody is born automatically being a great, success-oriented individual, right? It's a skill just like anything else. Eliminating distractions, getting focused, it's something that we have to do, right? So if that's the case, okay, this is what I want to do. I want you to pick one item, okay? One thing that you've been procrastinating on that it's a task that's going to get you closer to your success. Again, it can be in any realm. It can be fitness, it can be a business, it can be in your relationship, self-growth, whatever it is. Okay, and I want you to do it again. And then I want you to do it again. And then I want you to do it again. Okay. So it's not just doing it once and checking it off your task list and say, okay, I did it, I'm good to go. I need you to do it multiple times because we got to build a new habit, right? And you will find 3 things are going to happen. Excuse me again. First of all, you're going to accomplish more than you thought, was possible. If you dread something, the reason that we don't do things is usually because we fear them, and it's not a rational fear. Just either we don't like it or we just fear whatever the result is going to be. Which oftentimes, whatever we fear doesn't even materialize, and it's typically a lot easier, right? Did you guys ever hear the term "eat the frog first"? So it's a term that was going about whatever thing scares you the most. That's the first thing you got to do in the morning, right? So let's say for me, for the longest time, it was I hated bookkeeping. My business, when it was kind of not doing that great, I didn't want to know what my bank accounts looks like. I was afraid of kind of finding out how much money I have in receivables and what I just didn't want to know. So I ignored it. The second I started forcing myself every morning in my morning checklist, my morning routine, I got into 2 habits. One of them is I go every day and I move money from my checking to my savings. It can be a $1, but it forces me to every day invest into a savings account. More importantly, what it does, and the reason I did it, it forces me to see my accounts, because all my accounts list out business, personal, savings, retirement, everything list out, and I can see what's going on. So it forces me to do the thing I hate doing first thing in the morning. Okay, and then if I see something's not aligned, I can fix it. I can take it. Typically, it's not that bad. It's just we just put fears, irrational fears in our mind, right? So you're going to see that you can actually do a lot more than you thought. You're going to see that whatever it is you're afraid of doesn't really happen, right? The second thing is you're going to get a great sense of satisfaction. How many of you hate doing something and then you finally go and do it? You're like, I've accomplished today. I did the one thing I didn't want to do, right? Okay. Is that a question, or you're just raising your hand like it happened to you, right? It happens to all of us all the time, right? And then as a result of that, the next day you actually want to do more of it, okay? Because you know that good feeling you get. So now you're creating a good habit and a good cycle. So again, for a task list to yourself, what you want to do is pick the one thing you dread, do it again, do it a few days consecutively, and you're going to see the positive momentum it gets. I did an experiment with myself at some point, and again, going back to savings, I wanted to see how much money I can save in a couple months. And Darla knows this because she didn't know about it at the beginning, but I shared with her recently. So that thing when I go on my bank account and move money over, like instead of moving $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, I started moving, 50, 100, 200, whatever I had that I didn't need, that wasn't probably, I just started moving. I say 50 grand. Okay, I put it in a high yield savings account. It gets about 5% interest. So my interest is about $150 to $200, every month. So it started compounding really fast. So I accomplished a lot of good. And the sense I got, I'm like, oh, I can move $50. Next time I'm going to try to beat it. I'm going to move, $70 and see, how much that compounds. And, and you just get that endorphin high, right? And that's where we create good habits eventually. Okay. So kind of to recap today's call, right? It's all about defining in your mind what success means to you. Okay. So list up your goals. And then remember, check those 3 things that we need to check. We need to check our calendar. Is our calendar reflecting the actions that we need to do to get closer to success? Check your spending, credit cards, bank statement, whatever it is. Is you spending your money on stuff that brings you closer to whatever makes you successful, right? And the third one, check what you spend your screen time on. Okay. Are you wasting time? We're not wasting time. We're talking about in a call in the past, but the easiest way that one of my coaches explained to me, and I mentioned Don Martell often, I think is phenomenal. But one of the things he said is like, listen, attach $1 amount to every minute. You can actually calculate how much your minutes are worth by taking, your income and dividing it. But let's say every minute is worth $10. Okay, not a lot, $10, right? So every minute that you on social media doing something that's bullshit, right? Okay, let's say you've been on social media for 7 minutes, you just wasted $70, right? Okay, so once you start attaching something tangible to it, like money, dollars, right? You start being a little more aware of it. Okay, awesome. All right, any questions about any of that? Wonderful. So I'm going to open it to general Q&A. Anything coaching wise that you guys may have questions? Nicole, how are you feeling after the test? I haven't seen you. She's like, that was just a warm up.
I'm good. I gave myself a few days off, but
Sorry, I can't hear you. What was that? One more time.
it was challenging, but I'm doing good.
Okay, perfect. So it was challenging? Good. Just making sure. Don't want it to not be challenging. So this is the thing. No one of our members will ever walk away from a belt test and don't feel that they earned that promotion, right? So that's the goal. Okay. Awesome. You guys all did well. All right. Any questions that I can answer for you? We have two black belts on the call. Brand new orange, blue, and a red. Jackie's, I don't know what color belt he's wearing today, but whatever it is, that's his belt. He's not even paying attention. I'm making fun of you, Jack. Don't worry about it. I'm probably muted. All right. Awesome. Any questions about anything? Everybody good? Awesome. All right. I'm going to go back to beating up on these would-be DT instructors in Atlanta. I will see you guys all next week. Have a good one, guys.
See you tonight if you're coming. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Tyler's teaching tonight. Be there. Bye.